Check 1, 2, check. Hi, everybody. I'm Tommy Bryant, and Miles Poole, our color commentator, should be here shortly. Unfortunately, has a little of emergency. Had to take his wife to the hospital earlier this evening, and hopefully she'll be okay. And we're certainly set up a prayer for her. And hopefully he'll be here before this game's over. We got a great one here for you this afternoon. The Quakers of Guilford College against the Pride of Greensboro. And this is always the championship of the Triad. These two teams are known as rivals to each other from two different conferences in the NCAA Division III. Coach Aaron Fernandez for the Pride will face his former coach, Sarah Matthews, for the Quakers, while Fernandez was an assistant to Guilford previously. These two teams are looking to continue to dominate in ball possession to drive the strong starts to the season. This will be a fun game, one tonight here in downtown Greensboro, as we'll bear witness to another championship of the Battle of the Triad. This marks the 51st meeting between these two programs. The Quakers currently having a winning record of 36-7 against the Pride all time, but that doesn't mean anything each year. You can flip a coin as to who might win this ball game. And the Quakers look to extend their win streak to 5 games. And if they do that, it'll be they'll open the door for possibly winning their 6-0 record on their next win. That'd be the first time since 2019-20 season. Kesley Stewart is a person who has led the charge offensively, dominating the Pride overall while recording 74 points throughout the start of the season. She's recorded 29 of 83 with 35% from the field. And Tatum Bradford follows suit, giving the Pride plenty of looks. She's fired in 20 of 46 for 43.5% from the field, and 7 of 18 from three-point range. That's almost a 39% percentage. The Quakers counter with Brianna Scott, who leads the Quakers with 55 points and launching 16 of 48, 33 in the third percent from the field, and 4 of 13, 31% from the three-point lane. And she's shooting 79% from the free throw line. So this should be a good one for you. The introduction of the lineup is coming up, and you'll see these players introduced, and I'll let the announcer here in Greensboro Coliseum. Well, there you have the national anthem, and the PA announcer here at Greensboro Coliseum will be giving you the starting lineups for both teams, and that way you can hear the names and also get the visual as well.
Starting at guard for Greensboro, she's a 5'2" sophomore from Queens, New York. Number 13, Brianna Ruano. Starting at guard for Guilford, she's a 5'4" senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. Number 3, Taylor Dunn. Starting at forward for Greensboro, 5'7" freshman from Beulaville, North Carolina. Number 15 is Carrie Carr. Starting at forward for Guilford, she's a 6'1" senior from Athens, Greece. Number 4, Anna Giannopoulou. Starting at guard for Greensboro, she's a 5'3" freshman from Beulaville, North Carolina. Number 23, Alicia Farish. Starting at forward for Guilford, a 5'9" senior from Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 5, Markayla Massenberg. Starting at forward for Greensboro, she's a 5'7" freshman from Statesville, North Carolina. Number 33, Tatum Bradford. And starting at guard forward for Guilford, 5'8" junior from Graham, North Carolina. Number 23, Brianna Scott. In his second season, the head coach of the Pride is Aaron assisted by Aaron Littlelow, Karen Holmes, and Jordan Rogers. In her 6th season, head coach of the Quakers is Sarah Matthews. She's assisted by Reggie Blackman and Christine Newcomb. Thank you so much for coming out to see us tonight. It's the Pride and the Quakers. And now it's time for some women's NCAA basketball.
Well, we're set to tap it off here at Greensboro Coliseum. Trying to set my screen here where I can get stats for you. Well, that is Quakers who control the tap. Giannopoulos, a.k.a. the Skywalker, was able to feed it down low. The Quakers and the Pride will use some woman-to-woman defense, man-to-man, whatever you want to call it. We'll call it person-to-person. Anything that makes you happy, that's the way we're going to do it. We're just underway here at the Greensboro Coliseum. Brianna Scott is one you need to really watch. Quakers on the board first. That was Brianna Scott we just spoke of. And here is Juliana Walker that knows how to put it off the glass. Quakers will play an up-tempo. We're just underway, 9:12 left in the first quarter. Quakers lead 4-0. Foul down low. I believe that will be. I believe that'll be on Taylor Dunn, a.k.a. the Cobra.
In the game for Greensboro College, number 2, Jada Hairston.
As a Quaker announcer,
Number 14,
the voice of the Quakers, we do have some nicknames for our players, both women and men's. The players seem to really like that, and parents and nannies and pawpaws also. Nice soft shot just off the back of the rim. Dunn quickly tried to feed it, but to Massey, and goes out of bounds.
Guilford foul number 3, Taylor Dunn. That's her first team first this quarter. In the game for the Quakers, number 10, Hannah Ujayi.
Well, you can email us during the contest if you'd like to give a shout out to your favorite player, coach, or just say hi. We'll be glad to speak to you.
2 points, that's Carly Effler.
4-2 is your score now as the Pride uses that glass. I thought that one was going in, but we're broadcasting from high atop the arena. We're not at press row. So our definition of the basketball and players are much different than what it would be if we were down on the court side. So we're looking actually down over the shoulders of the players. And sometimes the ball looks like it's going in the basket from here, but it'll be completely off. But your score is 4-2. Quakers in the lead. I'll give that email to you in just a moment. if you want to email us during the game, we'll be glad to say hello to you. The Pride is a good name for this team because they do have a lot of pride in their team, the Greensboro Pride. Three-pointer on the way, rattles off. And Walker came down with it and lost it out of bounds.
Greensboro foul number 23, Alicia Farrish.
Now we got to call a foul. And they're going to call out on Farrish from Burlington, North Carolina, Patrick and Henry Community College. Good hustle by the Pride defense. That email address you can email us during the game is proteam13@aol.com, and that's spelled P as in Paul, R as in Robert, O as in Ocean, T as in Tom, E as in Edward, E as in Edward, M as in Mary, 13@aol.com. The team is spelled with 2 E's. And we'll get to those maybe at the end of the first quarter. 7:26 left in the first period. 4-2's your score. Quakers in the lead. Walker over to Giannopoulos, and she misses it off the backboard, but the follow-up is good by Evelyn George, a 5'8" freshman out of Hillsboro, North Carolina, Orange County High School.
Checking in for the Quakers, number 23, Brianna Scott on the court for the Pride.
One player for the Pride look out for is number 33 on your screen, Tatum Bradford. She's a 5'7" forward, freshman out of Statesville, North Carolina, North Iredell. The numbers on the Pride are a little hard to see from up here because it's green on the green background, and it is really hard to identify from up atop. We're absolutely on the top row of this Coliseum. So not only are the numbers on the uniforms dark, but we're looking down at an angle as well. Long three off the back of the rim. And we were going to have a tie up here. 6:27 to go in the first period. Quakers lead 6-2. Full court pressure by the Pride. Here's the jumper, nothing but net for the Skywalker. Giannopoulos. Oh, nice defense by Scott. Her nickname is the Spark Plug. She gained that nickname from last year, coming off the bench to give the team such a spark. Walker's a very unselfish player. We're going to get a foul. You'll probably see a lot of players tonight. Both coaches do not mind substituting, and that's always fun to watch. Division III NCAA sports is the truest form of student athletics because there's no athletic scholarships. Now, that concept came into being from Sewanee College back in the day, and they were the first to have a football team with no scholarships, and that was after they had won the national championship. And their football team was known as the Iron Men, and they beat the likes of North Carolina Tar Heels, Clemson Tigers. They beat Auburn. They beat Georgia. They beat Alabama. I think they beat Texas that year. And they were just awesome. But a new president came in there, Swanee, and that's located in Chattanooga. And he said, enough of this sports stuff. We're going to put an emphasis on education, and that was the birth of Division III. But it's basketball here tonight, women's style, and they put on a good show. Got another tie-up. 10-2 is your score, 5:22 to go in the first period. Following this game should be a dandy. It's going to be the Pride against the Quakers. The Quakers with new coach, Coach Jesse DeLuff. And he has an up-tempo offense, and the likes of which I've never seen. So that should be very entertaining. Should be a great ball game. The Pride, of course, come in with a lot of pride, and they'll try to slow that game down. Whether they can, remains to be seen. This game is being broadcast on the Greensboro Pride and Guilford College Quaker networks. And this will be a part of a doubleheader. So get your popcorn, peanuts, and good old Southern sweet iced tea, and settle in for a good night of entertainment here. 12-2 is your score. The Quakers on top by 10. 4:56 left in the first quarter. But don't count the Pride out. They're not warming up the bus outside. They come here to play, and play they will. They have players like Tatum Bradford that's shooting, averaging 10 points a game, shooting 77% from the floor. And three-point line shooting 38%, 43% field goal percentage. And the Quakers, they've got Massenberg that's shooting 39% from the floor, and Juliana Walker 50% field goal shooting and 50% from three-point line. So she can light it up. Her nickname is Trey because she can shoot that tray. And you got Kinsley Stewart for the Pride, averaging 14 points a game, 58% from the floor, 28% from three-point line. So there's some sharpshooters out here on the court.
On the court now for Greensboro, number 20 is Narvi Eplin. Number 2, Judah Hairston. Number 24,
4:56 to go in the first quarter.
on the line, number 12 is Kinsley Stewart.
At the line, Kinsley Stewart's line. She's shooting a pretty good clip from the line. She hits her first, makes it look easy. She hits her second.
On the court now for the Pride, number 14, Taya Simpkins.
Right now, the Quakers are hitting 50% from the field to only 10% for Greensboro. Only our producer today is Peyton Colvin, and she is a Quaker lacrosse player. Plays for a very good coach, Coach Clyde. Quakers will pick up full court. And again, it's hard to see the numbers for Greensboro. The Skywalker clears the rebound and quickly gets it down to Walker. The Cobra shoots it and then fires up an air ball. And the Skywalker almost hit a three, but the Pride out quickly. Walker knocked it away. And folks, I'm sorry, from up here, it is really hard to see, identify those numbers for the Greensboro Pride. Three-pointer on the way. Well, the Pride are not faint of heart about shooting that three. They'll fire it up. I thought that follow-up was going to go in, but it rattled out. Up next will be the Pride of Greensboro and the Quakers at Guilford College men's basketball, and it should be a dandy. It's kind of like an Ali Frazier fight, you might say. Quakers have come out slugging up and down the field real fast, and we'll see if the Pride can slow the Quakers down. Usually before the season starts, you can look at the Greensboro Pride and Quaker basketball, and in men's and women's, and it doesn't matter what the record is coming up to the game. It's, you know, it's going to be a hard-fought game, and it means so much to each team. Both teams nestled just a few miles apart here in Greensboro. George came out there with the basketball. And we have a foul call.
That is her first, fifth foul this quarter for the Pride. That puts number 3, Taylor Dunn, on the line for Guilford. Taylor has 2 shots.
Quakers have 4 team fouls, and so do the Pride. Down at the line is the Cobra out of Charlotte, North Carolina. North Mecklenburg High School. She nails the second. 14-4, the Quakers up by 10. And Giannopoulou intercepts that ball, but good defense by the Pride. We told you this will be entertaining, regardless of what the score is.
Number 5, Taylor Phelps. Number 14, Taylor Sitkins. Number 20, Carly Heffler. And number 24, Rachara Elwood.
Jakea Moore into lineup for the Quakers. Number 2 on your screen out of Knightdale, North Carolina. Up in the Raleigh area.
And again now for Guilford, number 1, Juliana Walter. Checking in as well, number 20, Carly Glenn.
14-4. As your score, Quakers on top. Scott Walker tried to feed it in to Massey, But this Pride defense is pretty good. Carly Effler missing that three. 16-4 your score now. Quakers on top.
Quaker foul number 20, Carly Glon. That is her second, team fifth for Guilford this quarter. Checking in number 10 is Hannah Ujai. On the line for Greensboro, number 14, Taya Simpkins. She has 2 shots.
Simpkins at the line. Nails her first. Shoots 58% from the line. She can improve that on this shot. And she does. 16-6. Pride stays within striking distance as Moore nails one. It'll be a Pride ball. 2:24 left in the first quarter. The Quakers lead 18-6. The biggest lead of the game so far for Guilford College. It's good ball handling by Alicia Farish for the Pride. Now the Pride uses a great full court pressure to create the turnover. The three on the way, and she nailed it. That'll get you back in the game really quick. On the three-point was Kinsley Stewart, and she's shooting 28% from the line. Now here come the Pride. George with the rebound. Here's a three, nailed it.
2 points, that's number 20.
Beautiful three-point shot by Glenn, Carly Glenn. Oh, good follow-up.
Number 15, Carrie Carr, 2.
I told you that this Pride team is not going anywhere. They haven't warmed up the bus to go anywhere. We got to fight right to the very end. And 20-11, they only trail by 9 now. They've cut it to single digits. Those Udgy hitting those 2 free throws. Nice rebound and put back up. Jenny serving with a good rebound and a put back up.
3 points, number 3, Taylor Dunn.
Taylor Dunn, the Cobra, nailed a three. 25-13, 25.9 seconds left in the first quarter. I'm Tommy Bryant. Miles Poole is not with us right now. He hopefully will be here soon.
For the Quakers, number 1, Juliana Walter. On the line, number 2, Jada Hairston. 2 shots.
I'll say a little prayer for Amy, Miles' wife. Had to take her up to the hospital, emergency room, and I hope that she'll be okay. They take mine yesterday. I'll take Connie to the emergency room. A lot of bugs going around right now. Second shot is good. That was Hairston at the free throw line. We got a travel called Moore. Well, the Pride can cut it to single digits. 9 seconds on the clock. And that's a turnover. Moore will inbound it for the Quakers.
In the game now for the Quakers, number 4, Anna Giannopoulos. And number 13.
Giannopoulos now will come over the Skywalker. Let's get it to Walker. Across the timeline. Kicks it out. The three. No good in the Pride. Doesn't have time to put it up. But that's the end of the first quarter. The Quakers leading 25-14 here at the Greensboro Coliseum. And field goal percent in this first quarter. The Quakers 47 and the Pride only 17. Both teams are cold at three-point line. Quakers 105 and 107 for the Pride. Free throws, Quakers 80% and the Pride 83%. Rebounds equal at 16. And there's been 7 turnovers by the Pride and 8 for the Quakers. Quakers with 2 block shots. And this is the difference. Points after in the paint, Quakers 14-6. And points off of turnovers, pretty equal. 5 for the Pride, 6 for the Quakers.
And then both have 15-minute halftime.
Now let's just take a quick look
But you don't have to work
and see if we have any emails come in. And we have. We've got Joshua here. Joshua Fernandez
people for women.
says, twin brother of Greensboro's women's basketball coach, Aaron Fernandez. Well, that's pretty cool. Just saying hello and watching your broadcast of today's game from down the road in Hillsboro. Yeah, historic Hillsboro in Orange County, if I remember correctly. Looking forward to a competitive game. Thank you for your commentary, Josh. Josh, I appreciate that, buddy. We'd love to hear from everybody. Of course, I'm a voice of the Quakers, but I love to hear from our friends from across the court, and that is great. And you can email us too at protein13 at AOL.com, and the team is spelled with 2 E's, not E-N-A. That's PROTEEM13 at AOL.com. Now I'll try to get back to stats. I have no way of getting stats up here where I'm at because I'm up in a crow's nest. There's no doubt about that. So I'll get to some more emails at halftime. Yeah, but now I'll try to get back to the stats again. Well, in the first half, the leading scorer is Stewart with 5 for the Pride. And I was trying to get this. I'm having to try to get this off my phone, folks. So, you know. So we start the second quarter. The Quakers leading 25-14. I tell you, got a lot of friends at both schools. Of course, Quakers at Guilford College, and also got friends and people I really care about. People have coached it, like Kirby Marion was. I think he was the first football coach at Greensboro. Now Walker picked a pocket, and she knows how to lay it in. Misses very few layups. On another steal. On the put up, a little too hard. And that one will go in. And that is George. She got some good points off the bench. Good minutes. Easy feed down low. George again. And we've got timeout with 9:11 left in the half. 31-14, the Quakers leading.
Following us on social media. The app's available for Apple and Android devices. Just use the QR code and the download links provided in today's program. On social media, be sure to
Yeah, the Quakers and the Pride have had good rivalry going. In football, they have the annual Soup Bowl, which is great. People bring canned goods to enter the ballpark and goes to people in need. And it's cross-town rivals, so it's actually like the Greensboro, the championship of Greensboro, or the Triad, actually.
It's Pepsi T-shirt time. Stand up and get loud. If you want a T-shirt, Pepsi's a proud
And I've got a good friend, somebody I respect a great deal at Greensboro College, Randy Doss. Randy Doss is just a great, great guy. Has a lot of passion for what he does for the colleges that he has been administrator of. And just really a great guy. I have a lot of respect for him and a lot of respect for his father, Bob Doss, who was a great promoter of baseball, youth baseball. Probably the best promoter of youth baseball in the state of North Carolina, maybe the whole South. And we'll certainly miss him. But Randy, great person. Quakers coming out there with it again. You know, the Pride is getting some good looks. They're just not able to get them to fall. Hope you're enjoying this game on the Greensboro Pride and Guilford Quaker Sports Network. I apologize for having to do this game solo. I'll do the best I can. It's a little bit challenging, but a lot of fun. I enjoy a challenge. My color commentator had an emergency and can't be here, and I'm having to fish around for the stats, but that's okay. You're getting to watch good basketball, and you got a doubleheader here tonight. These girls, and then you got the men's coming up next. Nice little shot by Ari Ingram. Anna Giannopoulos hits the court. She had a high ankle sprain most of last year. Was really handicapped the whole season. And this is the first time we've seen her in 2 years healthy. And she'll continue to get better. She is from Greece. Played basketball at Fort Myers down in Charlotte. And she hits the first one. She is very good at the free throw line. And she is shooting at 100%. Can't get much better than that. Well, that's great teamwork by the Pride. And that was Farish being able to handle that one. Now Walker falls to the court. You want to make sure and stay tuned for the Battle of the Men coming up next. It should be a dandy. We'll see if the Pride can slow down this Quaker new offense, unlike of which I've never seen before at any level. Nice work by the Quakers, and George is having a big night. It was great to find out that Coach George has a twin brother. I've got a good friend that has a twin brother. Nice layup. Massey puts it in, a.k.a. the Torch. As I said earlier, we have a lot of nicknames for our basketball players. And we got a tie up again. I will say this, the Coliseum here, food has improved since I was here last. Tried one of their hot dogs, and it was a potato bun. Walker. Now Walker's good at laying the ball up, but she will also kick it out. George has gotten used to putting the ball in the bucket. Haji just nailed a three. 41-20. The Quakers lead up by 21 now. The Quakers are coached by Coach Sarah Matthews. I love the way she coaches. She plays a lot of players. And also, Coach Fernandez, he plays a lot of players. He's in his second season. Might have been better kicking that ball out on that play for the Quakers. Oh, great shot. But I think even a better assist by Talia Simpkins. That makes it 43-22, 21 lead, but three-pointers can get you back in there, but they have to fall. Quakers did a good job passing it over that full court pressure.
In the game now for Greensboro College, number 12 is Kensley Stewart, number 13, Brianna Ruano, number 21, Erin Ingram, number 23, Alicia Parrish, number 33, Taylor Bradford.
Pride brings in fresh players. Long three, nothing but net.
3 points, number 21, Erin Ingram.
What a shot.
2 points.
Haji with that too. Got a top. We've had probably 5 or 6 tie-ups. 4:45 left in the first half. Quakers lead at 45-25. As I said before, the Pride do not give up. They will not warm that bus up outside. They're here to play. Done with the miss. And the follow-up is good. Good feed inside by Scott, Brianna Scott.
Number 21, Anida Douglas.
4:18 left in the first half. 47-25 is the score.
Number 2, Taylor Hairston. Number 3, Camden Layton. Number 5, Taya Phelps. Number 20, Carly Nickel. And number 24, Shara Eden.
We got a travel call on Moore. I thought we might have had a foul on that one, but no call. It's Walker. 49-25, 3:27 to go in the first half. Hairston, boy, I tell you, that was a NBA three. Lately. Oh, what a block. Beige. And she got it over to the Cobra, and she struck right off the backboard. 53-28. Here's a three. I thought Hairston had that one. 2:32 to go in the first quarter, the first half. Quakers lead 53-28. We're here at the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. Greensboro College and Guilford College. Located in beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina, no greater place on planet Earth to get your education better than these two schools. At the line is the torch, Markea Massenberg. She misses a second. Stewart will set the table for the Pride. Gets it down low, and nice work for the Pride. Ingram. Both teams employing a woman-to-woman defense. Giannopoulos with the rebound. Here's the left-handed three. Nothing but net for Brianna Scott, the spark plug. 56-30. Quakers in the lead. 1:20 left in the half. Ingram with a great shot. Oh man, what defense by Giannopoulos. Walker will go to the line to try to make it a three-point play. That was Bradford's foul. That was Bradford's second foul. Walker nails the three-point play. 52 seconds left in the half. George over to Massenberg.
Number 20, Carly Effler from Greensboro. That is her second.
That's Effler, Carly's second foul, and she's not putting a lot of weight on that leg or foot.
In the game now, number 13 is Brianna Ruano. On the line,
We'll keep an eye on her and hope that she comes back into the lineup. Massenberg hits her first. It's her second. 61-32. Quakers up by 29. We're going to call that on Anna Giannopoulos, the Skywalker.
Quaker foul number 4, Anna Giannopoulos. That is her first.
That's Anna's first team foul. PA announcer here doing a great job. These numbers are so hard to see from up here. Be a good place for a pair of binoculars. George with the rebound. And I do apologize if I don't call out all the Guilford players. The Pride players, the Greensboro Pride players' names. If I miss one, like I say, we're up here at the very top of the Coliseum, looking down, and the Greensboro players' numbers are dark numbers on dark green, and just very hard to see from up here. But we'll do our best. Well, I'll do my best. Oh, just a semi-hook shot. Walker, I thought she might have carried the ball. But no call. 63-32, Quakers on top. As the second period expires, we go to halftime. The Quakers are leading 63-32.
None of which can happen without officials. There's an urgent need for sports officials across the country as they are retiring 4 times.
Well, let's look at some of the players for
All levels of sport. The NCAA
Greensboro.
importance of officiating on the student-athlete experience and are dedicated to recruitment and retention.
The leading scorer is Ingram with 9 points, followed by Stewart.
Visit ncaa.org/sayyes-to-officiating. That's ncaa.org/sayyes-to-officiating for more information on how you can get started.
And let's see if we can pull up. Fast breaks. Quakers have had 40 to only 7 for the Pride, and 10 steals to only 5. In the paint, the Quakers have scored 40 points compared to 16 for the Pride. The Pride has 12 personal fouls to 7 for the Quakers. But this is highlight of the stats. The possessions are even, 52 each. Now we go to second chance points. Quakers 10 to 16 points off of turnovers, fairly even, 15 to 12. Quakers points in the paint, 40 for the Quakers and 15 for the Pride. Quakers have had 9 steals compared to 5 for the Pride, and fast break points, 40 for the Quakers, only 7 for the Pride. So the Quakers have had 6 blocks to 1 for the Pride. But the Pride has done a good job with their bench points. They've got 21. The Quakers have 19. And in turnovers, Quakers 13 and Pride with 15. But the Pride just haven't been able to get the points off those turnovers. Now I'll break away from this briefly and go to the emails, see if anybody else sent us an email. And we appreciate Joshua, twin brother of Coach Fernandez. And now let's see if I go back and find those stats again. Well, there'll be about 12 more minutes in this halftime break, and Miles, that is normally my color commentator, is not here. His wife became ill, and they had to take her to the hospital, and he's hoping to get here, but we're not going to rush him. Needs to take care of Amy. And we appreciate any prayers going that way. In the process of seeing if I can pull up on these stats again. I'm having to do them on my phone because I'm high atop the Greensboro Coliseum. You can't get any higher than what we're at right now. And but anyway, the Quakers have been on fire the whole season. Come in here undefeated, 4-0, trying to make it 5-0. And if they do, they'll try to pick up their next win. And if they go 6-0, it'll be the first time since 2019-20 season. And that'll be special for them, of course. The Pride, they'd like to upset that little streak and start their own. Coming up next in the second game will be the Quakers and the Pride in men's basketball, and there'll be a contrast of styles. Be very entertaining, so you may want to stockpile your snacks early and get your beverages and everything ready, because it's going to be fast-paced. The Pride will try to slow down the Quakers. Fast, quick up and down the court style, which is the lights I've never seen before. Believe me, it is entertaining. So the Quakers, I think coming into the Pfeiffer game, the last game, Quakers with Pfeiffer, they were still getting used to that system. And the Pfeiffer came into Reagan Brown Fieldhouse and had some very athletic players. 3 tall, athletic players, taller than any one of the Quakers. But by the middle of the second half, you could see attrition had set in and had really bothered Pfeiffer. And the Quakers, with their bench, just took control and went on a scoring bonanza. It's the best way I could describe it. 121 points. And I predict before the end of the season, you're going to see multiple 100-point games by the Quakers. So it's going to be entertaining, and this is the thing. You know, the Quakers could have scored maybe 200 points in that ball game, and what I mean, I don't think they could have scored 200. But I'm saying if they had, and they play a crosstown rival, Greensboro Pride, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a ball game because Greensboro Pride comes to play. And like I said before, they've got a good name, good nickname. Pride, because they play with a lot of pride in all the sports. These girls here playing against the Quakers, which coming into the game, you would have to say would be the favorite. Doesn't mean it's a lock, but a favorite. And the Pride doesn't care. They come to play, and they're putting on a good show. The Quakers putting on a good show as well. So we'll see how the second half pans out. I look to see the Pride perhaps put up more three-pointers in the second half and try to get this lead down and try to cut it, if they can, down somewhere around the fourth quarter to get it into single digits to have a shot at this upset. But it's great to be back in the Greensboro Coliseum again. Miles and I have done a lot of games here, and a lot of the Quaker and Pride games, and boy, they have been some dandies. the Pride, sometimes they have players that, women's and the men's, and you look at them and they're so good, you think, gosh, seem like they've been here 10 years. But they just know how to develop players, do a good job recruiting. And the Quakers do as well. Coach Sarah Matthews does a good job recruiting. And gets players that fit her style. And she is just building a reputation, and soon, in my opinion, will eventually be a coaching legend at Guilford College. And from what I see and from what I've heard of Coach Fernandez, I think he's on that way himself. So it's a lot of fun to come here and call this game. Sure would love to be down on the court side, though, but, you know. But for the second year, we're up here atop of this Coliseum. I don't know why. I guess there must be something down there. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, we're up here, and we're just glad to be here. I mean, I'd be happy to be here if I was sitting on the roof. I mean, you know, look, you know, have me a little hole I could look down and see the game, you know, from the roof. But it'd be my luck to be a retractable roof, and I'd get up there, nestle up there real comfortable, and somebody push the button and open it. And I'd fall, and that'd be that. But we appreciate that email earlier. And, but we're about 4.5 minutes away from the start of the second half, third period. Well, I've got to compliment the staff here at Greensboro Coliseum. They certainly know what they're doing. And everything's so organized, and you come in, and I thought, well, maybe they won't have the concession stands going, but they had them fired up. And I mean, up here where I'm at, there's a concession stand out there, back up here. And that's pretty good. I might be the only customer they have at the top up here. But that's good. No wonder they kept trying to sell me a bar of candy and another hot dog and some kind of burger they call something. And I said, what is that? They said, we got a special sauce for it. I don't know. I've never tried too many hamburgers that had special sauce that I cared for it. I mean, give me the lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and maybe some Vidalia onion and pickle, or I go the southern route and give me one all the way, mustard, chili, and slaw, and onions, of course. But also want to give my wife a speedy recovery, and the lovely and gracious Miss Connie. Been under the weather, and trying to getting her well. Got the season coming up. I hope everybody's having a good holiday, and I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and hope you have a very Merry Christmas and have some time to spend with your family, and remember those less fortunate. You know, sometimes we think we have problems, and all of us do. But in perspective, if you look at some of the misfortunes of some very good people, a lot of us are very, very lucky and very, very fortunate. So I do hope you have a safe and very Merry Christmas and a great holiday. Got about 2 minutes left in this one. But both these teams have some great players, the Pride and the Quakers. And I tell you what, and I've often said this: I don't care how you go in a sport, how high up you go in professional or Division One and the NCAA, you'll find coaches no better, and a lot of times not as good as some of the coaches at the Division III college level. And as far as that goes, you can go all the way down to high school. Just some people have the breaks. But these two coaches here tonight, Coach Fernandez and Coach Matthews, are great coaches. You could take them and just put them on a plane and ship them to some bigger city with a bigger program and a big university, and they would do just as well, if not better, than they are here. They're both great coaches. I'm familiar with one coach in particular that I've seen big-time college Division Ones like Notre Dame and these kind of programs, Clemson, and get with this high school coach and get ideas from him. Really go to school on him. And but that particular high school coach doesn't want to travel. He likes it at home. So have a lot of respect for these Division III coaches. Well, the Quakers will inbound it. And the Pride is about to hit the court. I want to thank the sports information director at Guilford College for helping me get set up here, Bryce Johnson, and athletic director Bill Fulte. Make my job a lot easier. Anna Giannopoulou. Oh, nice steal. That was a great steal by Bradford. She is, you know, there are players that are really good players, and then there's special players. And Bradford is one of those special players. And Walker nails a three. What a shot. 66-32, Quakers in the lead. Stewart fell down, but she's an athlete. Bradford with the miss, she'll go to the line. She's a 77% shooter from the line. Both teams have those special players. Scott has become one of those type players for the Quakers. Bradford misses the first of two. And bingo on the second one. Scott able to recover. There's Anna, puts it up and in. Good ball movement by the women Quakers. Massenberg to Walker. And we got a travel. You know, officials before a game, basketball and football, they have their own little meeting just like the teams do. and they'll decide one, maybe two, but usually one area of the game that they're going to concentrate on that game. It could be walking, it could be carrying the ball. In football, it could be holding, it could be pass interference. There'll be something. And if you'll notice during a ball game, there'll be one penalty called more than any other, and that's usually the one that the officials have decided to isolate on and put an emphasis on watching for. That's going to be a travel, and I think that's what these officials were going to concentrate on is the travel call. Nice feed inside, but Quakers defense quickly to intercept it. Walker with a three. We call her Trey.
Number 3, Taylor Dunn.
Taylor Dunn, the Cobra, strikes again. 70-33, Quakers cruising with 7:30 to go in the third quarter. Long three, and I believe that's what the Pride has to do to get in this game. Oh, nice. Nice work. Nice feed by Stewart. Well, Stewart saw Phelps in there and got it right where it needed to be.
Stewart of Greensboro. That's her third. Team first this quarter. In the game now, number 2, Jada Hairston. Number 3, Camden Lakey. Number 14, Taya Simpkins. Number 21, Mary Ingram. Number 22, James Irvin. All the Greensboro.
Walker will set the table for the Quakers.
Pride foul number 22, James Irvin. That is her first, team second this quarter. In for Guilford. Number 2 is Jakaya Moore.
Quakers have 4 team fouls. Pride has 3. Nice rebound by Phelps. Good hustle by Simpkins.
Number 21, Mary Ingram.
Harry Ingram with a good follow-up for the Pride. So the Pride doesn't give up. That's what I'm talking about. They have a lot of pride in their team and their school, and the Cobra misses one. She'll kick it out for sure. It's got to make a move. It was a move, but not good enough. 5:35 to go in the third period. 70-37. The Quakers lead it. The Quakers are on a path to 100 points. The Pride, they still haven't given up. They're fighting back hard. They've got a lot of pride in their pride. Haji missing the layup. Out of nowhere, G comes up. Nice interception by the Pride. .435 left in the third period. 70-37. And we got timeout on the court with the Quakers leading 70-37. Points in the paint to Quakers 44-20. Second chance points a little closer, 12. The Pride 8. Personal fouls, so Pride has 15-8. Possessions, 64 each. Go figure that one. In the blocks department, Quakers 7, 1 for the Pride. Bench points, Pride 23, Quakers 19. Largest lead for the Quakers was 70-33. That was back in the third period at the 7:47 mark. Fast break points completely out of kilter. The Quakers were 42 fast break points to only 9 for the Pride. I would think it'd be a stretch to think that perhaps the Pride may face a team much stronger than this Quaker team. Walker with a three. Nailed it.
3 points, Juliana Walter.
Anna almost stole it. Quaker's doing a good job filling the lanes on the passes and transitions and so forth, and it tells in the score and the stats. Quakers will total 4 team fouls. The Pride with 3. Well, you don't find much hustle, better hustle than what we got here. Both teams. Giannopoulou puts one off the backboard. She's a senior and gaining in confidence. We're going to call a foul.
In the game now for the Pride, number 10, Lindsay Redmond, number 12, Kinsley Stewart, number 13, Brianna Ruano, number 24, Mashaya Ellie, and number 32,
Well, it's a lot of fun for these kids to come in here and play the Greensboro Coliseum. I want to give a special thanks to Peyton Corvin,
in the game now for Guilford, number 23, Brianna Scott.
a member of the women's lacrosse team. She is the one that's producing this program. In the front of her is the computer and all the little bells and whistles and things she does. Magical that makes this go out across Never Never Land.
2 points, that's number 12, Kinsley Stewart for Greensboro.
Walker set the table for the Quakers. 3:04 left in the third period. The Pride launches up a three off the back of the rim. It was a frustration foul on Rono.
Foul number 13, Brianna Ruano.
That's her first. 2:51 left in the third period. Massenberg gets it across court. Now the Cobra on the drive, feeds it down inside. Easy layup. That was Gatlin. Or Glenn, I beg your pardon, Glenn. On that the layup.
In the game, number 2, Jada Hairston. Number 3, Camden Layton. Number 5, Tate Phelps. Number 14, Taya Simpkins. And number 21, Erin Ingram from Greensboro.
At the conclusion of the game, I'll do a quick stat review and then turn it over to the Pride broadcasting crew. And they'll do a great job in calling the men's game. I promise you, folks, it'll be entertaining. But the next best thing to the home Globetrotters, not with the tricks, but with the speed. You're going to see full court pressure from start to finish. And probably a record number of balls going up. And probably from both teams. I mean, if you play the Quakers in men's basketball, you have to play a fast tempo game or try to slow them down, do something. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And if anybody can do it, it'll be the Pride. The Pride and the Quakers always put on a good show. Always love to see that game. And it's a lot of fun to call a game at the Pride's home court, too. Of course, now most of the broadcasting is done from the home court, so we don't get a chance to go over there and broadcast the games like we used to. But they've got a small arena there, a venue that it takes you back into time, and it's very loud. And, of course, on the flip side, the Quakers' Reagan Brown Fieldhouse is a venue that's like a cathedral, and the acoustic inside is really loud, and just a beautiful place to go to a game. Both venues outstanding to witness a basketball game, men's and women's games. Haji stepped out of bounds. Haji is really quick on the court. When she comes in, she doesn't miss a step. Pride picking up full court. Trying to create a little bit of havoc. And we got a foul.
Foul number 33, Tatum Bradford of Greensboro. That is her third, team fourth. That puts number 20, Carly Guan, on the line with 2 shots.
Oh, it's Bradford. It's on Bradford's her third. Well, the Pride has a chance to cut in that lead a little bit now with 1:05 to go in the third. Oh, I thought that was going to go. That was Bradford on that attempt. And she don't miss him much in there. George off the front of the rim. They battled for it. We're going to get a foul. I believe this will be on number 5. Or maybe not.
In the game now for Greensboro, number 2, Julia Hairston, number 3, Gilford Lakey, number
It's on Hairston.
Phelps, number 14, Taya Simpkins, number 22, James Irvin.
Moore will inbound it. The quick jumper is good. Taylor Dunn out of Charlotte, North Carolina, a.k.a. the Cobra. Oh. Well, the men's teams have came into the building.
Foul number 20, Carly Glahn, Guilford. That's her fourth, team fourth this quarter. That was number 22, James Irvin, on the line with 2 shots.
That was on Glahn. Second shot coming up. Oh, nice rebound. Jennings Irvin. Well, she's a great player. Hits the first, miss second. Got the rebound. And that's the end of the third period. One more to go, folks. The Quakers leading 79-40. The Quakers have led all the way. Quakers hitting 41% from three-point range to 13 for the Pride. Free throw percent, Pride 58%, 62 for the Quakers. Neither team hitting the free throws like they should be doing. The rebounds are not too far apart. Quakers 45 to 37. Defensive rebounds 33-20. Bench points 21 for the Quakers, 24 for Greensboro. Pride. Fast break points, big difference. 44 for the Quakers, 9 for the Pride. And points off turnovers, 22 for the Quakers, 12 for the Pride. And points in the paint, 48 points for the Quakers, 22 for the Pride. Both teams battling good under the boards. Offensively, the Quakers getting 14 points off of second chance points, 11 for the Pride, fairly even. So it's the Quakers been hitting on all cylinders, but the Pride is showing a lot of pride. And they haven't given up at all. Oh, what a move by Jakai Moore. Long three-pointer misses the mark. And now what hustle is that by both teams? Here's the feed down low. The put up is good. Micaiah Johnson knew what to do with it. It was really good hustle on the part of Talia Phelps for the Pride. She'll take a rest. Bradford will take the shot and hit it. She's special. Well, you got to wonder how'd that ball not go out of bounds. But this is a hustle of both teams.
Quaker foul on number 20, Carly Gallant. That is her fifth, team first this quarter.
To the line goes Stewart.
Now for Guilford, number 13 is Evelyn George. On the line for Greensboro is Kinsley Stewart. Kinsley has 2 shots.
We should see quite a few players starting to play in this game that maybe haven't gotten into the game as we go along here. I think we'll see both benches emptied and all reserves getting some playing time here in the Greensboro Coliseum. And that is a credit to both coaches, Coach Fernandez and also Coach Matthews.
2 points, number 33, Taylor Bradford.
There's Bradford again. 83-44. Pride basketball, 8:03 left in the game.
For Guilford College, number 21 is Anita Douglas.
Nice steal by George. Well, the one official didn't exactly know what to call. Appealed to the other official. Now we get 5 fresh players coming in for the Pride. With 7:38 to go, and looking down at the bench, I think we're going to see wholesale substitutions by the Quakers, which they do that pretty much anyway.
Number 21, Mary Ingram, that's her second, team first this quarter. That puts us number 5, Ellie Trickett on the line.
Everybody in the Coliseum is hooting and hollering for these points. When she gets that rebound, that was Ellie Trickett. a freshman from Greer, South Carolina, Riverside High School. Three rattle off for Lakey. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Trick it. Put one in, and everybody just cheered. These reserves, when they scored, oh, my goodness, behind the back to George. Oh, my goodness. What about Moore? Wow. And any of these, both teams, if a reserve scores, it brings the crowd alive. I mean, when Trickett scored, it sounded like this Coliseum was capacity. Oh, it was good. You gotta, at this point, you want all the reserves to score on both teams. Long three off the mark. Moore will go to the line, I think. Well, wait a minute. That'll be brought in. That foul was on Rono. Moore has her pocket picked. Well, that was a really good job by Farish. Now Farish will shoot and hit. Next shot is good as well. 88-46, Quakers cruising. And the fouls on Illy on the foul. Tillis at the line for the Quakers. Here's their second. And Ada Tillis, she's a senior at a Chantilly, France. Well, the feed inside is still on the way by Moore. As she get over to George, George makes it easy with a left-handed layup, 91-46. Only doubt now is whether the Quakers will hit the 100 mark, and if they do, it'll be playing everybody. Radford with two. Well, look how hard the Priders playing. They haven't given up at all. Now you got to respect and admire that. 5 more players in for the Pride. So everybody is going to get a chance to say they played in the Greensboro Coliseum, and that is so special for both these coaches and schools. And they fight inside. Mitchell with the ball. Does an upper-handed shot, and it rolls in. Well, I tell you what a reserve that doesn't play very often gets a little underhanded finger roll to go in. I mean, that brings the crowd alive. Here's one for the Pride, and she just missed it. Another 3 up, and just missed it.
Number 21, Harry from Greensboro gets that foul.
Back into the lineup comes Trickett, freshman.
Also reason Greensboro is a proud sponsor of Guilford College, Quakers Athletics. It's also your destination for authentic.
Looks like Kaylee Mitchell might be coming in for the Quakers.
It's also this provides dining entertainment.
It's been, as I said before, if you just joined us, it's been hard to identify these numbers off the Pride uniform from atop the Coliseum. We're not at press row. We're at the very, very top, looking down. And the numbers are dark against a dark green uniform, and a lot easier from the camera probably than it is the naked eye up here. We got 4:29 left in this one. 93-48. Both teams allowing everybody to play and enjoy this experience of being in the Greensboro Coliseum. I want to go ahead and thank now Peyton Corvin for producing this game for us. High atop the press box. You want to stay tuned for the second game coming out. It'll be the high-flying, faster than fast Quakers of Guilford College against a very good Pride basketball team, men's team. It'll be a men's game. You'll have an opportunity to see if the Pride can slow the speeding. It's like the Quakers might have came to a basketball game and a track meet broke out. Shot off the mark. Well, it's good to see the reserves to get a chance to play for both teams. They come out and they play during the regular season. And now you've got some starters in there for Greensboro Pride. Oh, nice put up by Bradford. Well, we said Bradford was special, and you saw exactly evidence of that. And the Pride, what they love to do is keep the Quakers from hitting that 100 mark. And that's about the only question in this game right now at the 3:48 mark of the game. We'll have a quick wrap-up of the game and stats at the conclusion, and then we'll take a break until the second game is about to start. That was Dallas with those free throws. Bradford will drive in there, and she's going to put it up off the glass with no luck. We're going to get a foul. To the line will go Johnson, Macabre Johnson from Baltimore, Maryland. 3:24 left in this one. 95 to 50. Micaiah Johnson misses her first. $96 to 50. 3:20 left in this game. Long three off the mark. The follow-up won't go. We got a tie up, I believe. Johnson with the rebound. Three on the way. The Pride retains possession, and you know they're going to try those threes. Quakers 4 points away from 100.
Quaker foul number 15, Ellie Trickett. That's her first.
Ellie Trickett gets her first foul. Only four total fouls for the Quakers and 3 for the Pride.
Quaker foul number 15, Ellie Trickett. That's her second, team fourth. That puts number 21, Harry Ingram on the line for Greensboro. Checking in number 12, Kimsey Stewart, number 13, Brianna Ruano, number 23, Alicia Farish, and number 12, Kimsey Stewart.
Off the back of the rim. At the line, Harry Ingram. Hits her second. 96-51, the Quakers lead. To the line will go Gatilis.
Foul number 32, Jasmine Mitchell of Greensboro. That's her first.
Jasmine Mitchell with the foul.
Douglas on the line, and that has 2 shots.
Gatilis hits her first. She'll try to make it 2 from 100 with this one if she can make it. And she doesn't. 97-51, the Quakers lead. Quakers quickly on the attack again. The runner won't go. That was Kaylee Mitchell on the miss. And Trickett with the rebound. Anita Douglas makes it 99-51. The Quakers 1 point away from the century mark. Moore will bring it down court. And she's going to drive the basket. She's tried to get it, make a pass to Moore, but got fouled. To the line will go to Kyle Moore. She'll try to make it 100. And she does. Now she'll try to make it 101. And she does. 1:31 to go in this game, and the Quakers cruise into a 101-51 lead. They lead by 50 points. Now you just want the reserves to get points. Like that one. Three-pointer. That was Jada Hairston, with that three-pointer. That makes it 101-54 with 1:08 to go. You don't want to see any fouls at this point.
1 minute remaining.
Long three off the mark. It's going to be Pride ball with 50.9 seconds left. The put up and off the glass is good for Taya Phillips. Taya Phillips from Kernersville, North Carolina, William Peace High School. Ellie Trickett will go to the line. You got to think Ellie's got to put it up a little harder next time. She does. The bank shot won't go. Trickett with a rebound. Long pass. And that one goes in. And that was Johnson on that one. 12 seconds to go. Long three off the mark. 4 seconds. We got a tie up. It'll be a Quaker ball. It'll be inbounded and held. 104-56. And the Quakers will hold it. And that's it. Congratulations to the Guilford College Quakers. The Guilford women's basketball team, and congratulations to the Pride for playing with a lot of passion and a lot of pride. Well, the bench points, the Quakers had 46-30. And blocks 8-3. Turnovers, points off of turnovers, Quakers 27, the Pride 19. Points in the paint, the Quakers 64, the Pride 32. Second chance points, Quakers 20, Pride 13. And That's the way it is here. The Quakers come away with a big 104-56 win. You want to stay tuned for the men's game coming up in just a few moments. If I don't get to talk to you soon, have a Merry Christmas, but I believe we'll be meeting again very shortly. Congratulations to the Quakers.